Good morning, everybody. Jamie coming at you live from Arizona. Yeah, crunching my ice again. I'm always cold and I'm always eating ice. I know, I just gave myself a chill. I'm sorry, I cannot have I'm not a warm drinking kind of person. Like, do you have coffee? Comment below, let me know. And let me know if you're here live. Say, hey girl, hey. And if you're catching me after and you're on the replay, say, I missed you. Hey Mary, how you doing? Hey Ann, I see you guys are here. Good morning. It is almost 7 a.m. here in Arizona. And I just came back in. Oh, hey girl, hey Tiffany. You guys are cracking me up on Facebook. Oh, look at TikTok so live and awakened. Wake up, people, wake up. So, good morning, Ann. Good morning. So, I'm just telling you relationship issues, okay? Me and my husband this morning, I was like, you check out my stories on Facebook, you'll see what happened. But I'm like, oh my God, this guy's cracking me up. Hey, Rick, long time no see, man. Blessed by the best. Amen, Mary. Love it, love it, love it. Keep the comments coming. Follow me, like me, love me, send me hearts. I love hearts in the morning. So this is the deal, right? I take my husband to work in the morning because, you know what? Let me just preface this by saying I'm very frugal. We don't have to be broke for me to act broke. That's how I live. I live like I am broke and we got nothing. Because that's just, I'm frugal. Most people will say cheap. I'll go with frugal. So we will not buy a second car. Our first car has been paid for a couple of years now. This company and this business has allowed me to be able to do that. We've been very blessed. So my husband has an electric bike. Now he has a new job and his job is like 20 miles from home. Now 20 miles on an electric bike that is going, yes, you're frugal too, Ann, I love it. 20 miles away from home on an electric bike, but the max speed is like 30. I don't even know. I think he said like 30, maybe 35 if the wind's behind him blowing him forward, right? So in the morning, okay, here's the deal. We would be able to take the bus, right? Oh, Tiffany, that's interesting. Get a motorcycle. Another story. I'll talk to you about that another time. What happened was, if the buses are running, he used to take the bus to work at his old job. It was like a 30-minute ride. Well, now it's an hour and 15 minutes to come home on that electric bike. Now, in the morning, he can't take the bus to work. There's no buses running, so he can get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I give him a ride to work, but we put the electric bike in the back. We lay the seats down, right? And Chocolate rides with us because she just has to, whatever. So she loves being in the car now. So I take him to work. He takes the bike out, locks it up on a chain, and goes into work. He's a forklift driver. Somebody asked, who was that? I just thought I saw the comment go by. He's a forklift driver. So, and he works in shipping, and he's got to like unpack these big hacking trucks that come in. So anyway, here's the deal. Every morning, he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know. I don't even want to talk about that. And he can't drive the forklift home. Well, you think the electric bicycle is going to take a while to get home. You should see how long the forklift's going to go. I don't even think they can go up to 30 miles an hour. Tiffany, don't make me laugh. Anyway, so you coming home. Tiffany, you totally threw me off. Oh my God, what was I saying? Anyway, let me tell the story. So I'm taking him to work this morning. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what it was. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I used to, and I would go walking in the summertime. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? Oh, that's a guy. Hey Justin, how you doing over here on over TikTok? Hey. I always tell everybody to say, hey girl, hey, if you're catching me live. But give me some taps, give me some love hearts, give me some likes, people, over on TikTok. Come on, let's get this thing going. So there's the deal. So he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the summertime because I want to walk early when there's no sun going on and it's like 90 degrees outside in the dark, okay? So knowing when the sun comes up, it's like 110, and then I'm walking, with my dog and stuff. Oh, thank you for the love hearts and likes over on TikTok. Love you guys. Oh, thank you, Facebook, too. So here's the deal. We are different, okay? My husband, for me to get up and get ready for work when I had a full-time job, shower, up, dressed, and ready, 20, 30 minutes out the door. My husband can take a 10-minute shower and be dressed. No, let me rephrase that. He can take a shower and be dressed in 10 minutes. Crazy, right? And my shower's probably like 15 minutes, right? A little bit slower. So, but still, I'm up and dressed out the door. From the time the alarm would ring to the time I run out the door, we're talking maximum 40 minutes. I'm out in less than an hour. No. Not my husband. So, he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's got to smoke a cigarette. He's got to drink a pot of coffee. He's got to read. He's searching stuff online, scrolling. I don't know what his morning meditation routine is. Hey, Lynn, how you doing, girl? So what I've noticed is that's our differences, okay? He takes about 2 hours from the time he wakes up till he's ready to walk out the door, okay? I take 45 minutes. So I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because now it's not summer, obviously. I'm walking around the house with a beanie. I'm still wearing my sweatshirt after dropping him off at work. He says in the car on the way to work this morning, I don't know why you set that alarm for 4 o'clock. You ain't never got out of bed at 4 o'clock. Oh, no, he didn't. What? Really? Really, Simonac? When I'm driving and I'm holding the wheel of this vehicle, getting you to work healthy and alive, you got to come out with something like that outside your mouth? Well, girls, let me tell you. So I said to him, let me tell you something. And I remember he said to me in the beginning of our marriage, he says, I can always tell when I piss you off because your sentence starts with, let me tell you something. And I'm like, and the neck roll comes out. Let me tell you something. So that's what I said. But I didn't realize that that was coming out of me because it was already there. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, if all y'all thought I was perfect and had this lovely, perfect marriage, okay, I will tell you this. We are perfect for each other. But neither one of us is a perfect human being. That's only God, just so you know. So anyway, I said, let me tell you something. I will never get out of the bed at 4 a.m. I don't need to take you to work. We walk out the door at 5:20 at the latest, okay? When our alarm goes off at 4 o'clock, I'm in my meditation. I listen to my Bible on Audible. I'm stretching, because I'm old and these muscles need a few minutes to get functioning in the morning, and I take my supplements and I drink my energy drinks, and that's what I gotta do in order to get out of this bed by 5 or 4:45. Okay? And he was like, oh, well, I didn't know. I said, no, I will never get out of bed at 4. It's a process. It takes you 2.5 hours to get out the door. He didn't have nothing. He was quiet. And I know why he's quiet. And I'm going to tell you something. We had an argument when we were dating. Were we dating? I can't remember if we were dating, if we had already been, maybe we were engaged. I don't know. We went to the movies with another couple. First of all, we never go to movies together anymore just because we are both talkers, and we'll be talking during the movie and pointing stuff out. And, oh, look, they messed that up. Oh, look, he had a shirt on, and his collar was up, and now it's down. Like, that's the stuff we notice in a movie, which is not the reason to go to a movie, right? So we talk, and everybody, shh, shh, you know? And I'm like, so if you want me to go to movies with you, just know I'll be talking, okay? But anyway, the two of us together, never a good idea. So we go to the movies with this other couple. We're leaving the movie theater. Now, I've already told you my husband's a smoker, right? So he's kind of picking up his step a little bit as we're walking out, because what, 2-3 hours in the movies? And he's like, gotta have a cigarette, right? And my friends are talking about, yeah, we should get together. and do something. Maybe have a game night, or maybe just go out for coffee and we should hang and blah, 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 blah. And he's walking, and I'm back here talking with the couple. And he's like ahead of us, practically at the door getting ready to leave. I'm like, yo, Jeff. Choking on my own saliva. Made myself laugh too much. I'm like, yo, Jeff. They're talking to us. They want to know if we want to do something together. They're asking us to do something. And I went on this rampage down this poor man's throat. Obviously, in my life, I am who I am, okay? I am Jamie, the girl who talks a lot and says what's on her mind. Hey, Melissa over on TikTok. On Instagram. Oh, and hi, Mary. Yes, that's right. Nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. And, oh, hi, guys. Oh, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. I wanted to shout you guys out. I appreciate you. So I'm on this thing when we're walking out the movie theater, and I'm just like, I'm going to tell you something. And he's walking ahead of us. And I'm just like, they're talking to us. They're wanting to know if we want to get together and do something. And they want to know if we want to hang out and blah, 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 blah. And you're just walking ahead. Is a cigarette that important to you that you can't stop for 2 minutes and have a conversation so that we can schedule some time to hang out with my friends that you hardly even know because I just met you and we're supposed to be in this relationship and blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't even tell you what all I done said. I think that's kind of like the summary of what I said. And they're standing there probably like, oh my, what have we done kind of thing, right? And it ain't nothing. They didn't do nothing wrong, right? It's just this one with the mouth always running. And he didn't say anything. And I'm like, do you have anything to say for yourself? And he says, and I quote, I'll never forget these words. Well, I don't think there is anything that I can add or respond that's going to help this situation right now. And that is why I know this man is perfect for me. Because if he'd have came back with something and his mouth was like, oh yeah, well, blah, 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 and I just want a lousy cigarette. If he'd have said anything, it would have kept going. It would have kept going. Because this one don't know how to shut up sometimes. As you can see how long this live is, right? So, my husband, oh my gosh, I'm over 1,000 likes over on TikTok. Thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. But I was like, my husband is a freaking genius. Never mind the fact that he is a genius. He has a high IQ and all that, but he'll never tell you that. But I'll tell you because I love bragging on him. But yeah, I was just like, this man's so smart and so wise. So wise. He knew if he said anything, my mouth was just going to keep on keeping on, right? Oh, this man knew exactly what to say to shut me down. So, all that being said, there's the background. So today we were in the car and he said that, you know, about I never see you get out of bed at 4 o'clock. My head just went, shh, let me tell you something. And off again I went. And you know what? He was just so calm, cool, collected, never came back with anything. He's just like, oh, okay. Oh, this man knows me. He knows me. He knows me well. So, just in case y'all was wondering if I had a perfect marriage. And if I'm perfect, no, I'm not. That was my confession here with y'all. But oh gosh, I just appreciate you guys so much. I love the ones that stuck around for that whole story. I know I kind of scattered them in different places, but yeah, that is the dealio with this relationship and this marriage. But I just gotta say, you know what? Neither one of us is perfect, but we are perfect for each other. Because when my mouth's running, he knows to stop it. And when his mouth's running, I know not to just say anything. There are things that people can say in relationships that will be the end all of their relationships. You have to watch your words. You have to guard your mouth. The Bible's real clear about how much power this tongue has, you know. And so I've learned over the years to just watch my mouth and watch my words. You know, I do say what I'm thinking, and I got to tell you, if anyone tells you not to do that, I had people in my past used to tell me, "Oh, you need to filter. You just can't keep saying stuff like that as soon as it comes to your mouth, your mind." Yes, yes, I can, because you know what happens when you don't? We become those women that are like, "Well, remember last week when you said, and 3 years ago you told me, and that ticked me off." Well, you didn't say nothing then. How was he supposed to know? Men are not here to read our minds, people, right? So, yeah, Mary, amen. Like, we have to say what's on our mind, and we just have to watch how our words come out. We don't want to be hurtful. We don't want to be, you know, when I'm talking, I say what's on my mind, but I very rarely will criticize my husband or put him down. I would never. That, I tell you, that's not even a rarely. It just doesn't happen. You know, I just think that you cannot hold things in and think, well, I'm going to tell him later, because you won't. You won't. Just say it when it's happening right then and there, because it's probably a miscommunication, and that's usually what it is for me, for us anyway. If I say, well, what's that supposed to mean? Why'd you say it like that? And he's like what? And I'll say, well, you sounded like you were trying to blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, that's not what I meant. And he explains, elaborates, and I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. But if I didn't say it and ask the question then, what's happening? I'm going to bed angry. I'm holding it in. There's resentment. There's anger. There's malice. There's all kinds of things going on because I kept it in my head because someone told me to filter 15 years ago. And I listened. Don't listen to people who tell you to filter. Let it out. It's coming out how it's coming out. But, you know, just learn to be kind. You know, and I've always said to him, you know what? I got to ask right then and there. I got to say it right then and there. We've talked a lot. I'm going to tell you something. When we met online. So I didn't know him through friends or family members or church members. He said, where do you go to church? I told him, he says, I was looking for a church, but I work nights, so it's really hard. Do you mind if I come to church with you a couple times to see, you know, and check it out? And I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. Yeah, absolutely. And so at church, they made announcements, you know, relationship counseling, prep for marriage counseling classes, all kinds of stuff. And he was like, hey, you know what? Once we got engaged, I want to go to the prep for marriage counseling classes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you do realize they're like 12 weeks long. He's like, mm-hmm. I said, so who you taking? I did ask that, by the way. Oh my goodness, people are talking. Tiffany, what'd you say? Oh yeah, you know it's hard. Absolutely. Yeah, the first healthy relationship after an abusive one. Oh yes, I've had many abusive relationships. That's the kind of stuff we discussed in the marriage counseling classes, because I had to tell him and come clean and say, girl, dude, let me tell you what I've been through. You know, I've been raped in my relationships. I've had emotional abusive relationships, and I've had physically abusive relationships. I mean, knocks upside the head. Yeah. Where I'm like, you can't even hide this, you know? what are you gonna do, you know? Yeah. Oh, you're waiting for your Boaz. I know that story. Yes, Mary. I love it. Would you say, Ann? I've learned the same thing with my sister when she goes off on me. That's right. We just hold it in, let them finish, and then say like, okay, so. Wait a minute. What'd you say? I missed the rest of Tiffany's. The impact. Yes. Brace for impact. Yeah. You don't know what's normal until you are in. Ann's waiting for her Boaz too, she said, Mary. Yeah, you don't know what's a normal relationship when you've been in these abusive ones. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard. So I had to learn. And you know what? I knew when I got married, I was only doing it one time, people. Wasn't going to do it more than once. And I did not meet my husband until I was 48 years old. Yep. Halfway through menopause. Knew we weren't having any children. I used to pray that God would send me a man that was sterile because I didn't want to give birth. I heard it hurts, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to opt out of that feature. I'm just being honest. And who knows? I could be sterile for all I know, but I did not give birth. We foster parented. We both agreed that was something we wanted to do. He was going to be a foster parent, single dad, and I was going to be a foster parent, single mom. And we both stopped the process of the paperwork when we started dating. We found out about it later. Is that crazy? Like, this is totally God. All these things that were in our mind. We ended up being foster parents together after marriage for 6 years. We had two sibling brothers that we thought we were going to adopt, but that didn't work out for whatever reason. God, had that not happen. But these two boys are still, in contact with us. They, Isaiah and Eric, we send messages to them on Facebook. Eric actually came by 2 Thanksgivings ago and visited. I posted it on Facebook. I was like, oh my God, he was on to tell us how he's doing well and learned a lot. And he talked about how the seeds we planted in him helped. I'm like, thank God, because that's what you want. That's what you want. You can't determine what someone's going to become, when they get older. But you just want to plant the seeds and let God reap the harvest, right? Amen, amen. All right, guys. So this girl is clocking out with you guys. I got to start my day with my business. I got my schedule. I got to stay on time. Got to stay on my schedule. Got that routine. Because when you're home working full time for yourself, you can tend to, I can do whatever I want to do. It ain't a party. It ain't a celebration because I'm home working alone. It takes some time management, man. That's what I gotta do. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and thank you so much for all the follows on TikTok and all the likes. And you people are amazing. I love you guys. Oh, you have a great day too. You guys make it a blessed Friday Eve. Is that not what it is? It is Friday Eve, people. It's Thursday. I always tell Matt, to my husband, I'm like, it's Friday Eve, baby. One more day. You can do it. You can do it. All right, love you guys. You take care and make it a blessed day. Goodbye, TikTok. Love you. And goodbye on Instagram. Bye.